All right. Hello there. Welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. This is pretty exciting. I just saw this news come down about a couple of hours ago about a new box set coming from the Criterion Collection in November 2024. So this is a little bit of a sneak peek at what we can expect to hear perhaps next week. I'm thinking next Thursday, the 15th of November. Or, I'm sorry, the 15th of August. Today is the 8th of August. So a week from today, we are likely to get Criterion's announcement of their November 2024 titles. And included in that slate is a new box set called CC40 that has been announced, that just came down today a few hours ago, and it looks like a very interesting sight. So I want to just share some reactions. I want to hear what you think about this. I'm only going to be on here for a few minutes. I'm actually going to be picking up my son in a few minutes, but want to pop on here and share some reactions, including who I think this box set is for and who is probably not as much for, and just my overall thoughts. We'll look at the films that's included in this set and whether or not this is a deal that you ought to consider. So we don't have a whole lot of time, but I want to hear what you think. So let's get into it. All right, Criterion has announced a new box set that is basically themed on their Criterion Closet series. This is the Criterion Closet 40 series. I'm not sure if it's 40 years of the Criterion Collection. I think it is 40 years of the Criterion Collection and all of those wonderful visits to the Criterion Closet. They're doing a box set that is basically, along the lines of the theme of 40 years of closet visits. As we can see here, I will take my to this CC40 box set. So it's very exciting stuff. Before I go to the Criterion site, I want to take some comments and see what y'all think so far. So we've got Juan Carlos Marino. This box set is quite expensive and it is not for an already regular Criterion collector. So we'll get into that, as it would have already most of the films included, titles included, most of the films included in the box set. Definitely it is not for me. Yeah, and that's part of the decision point for a lot of people, is who is this for? Is this for me? At what point does it make sense to get this set based on the pricing, and at what point does it not make as much sense from a pure economic standpoint? An internet user says, hello to everyone. Hello. Holland says, good evening, James. Good evening, Holland, to you. Hope you are doing well. Quietly says James, hello, quietly. Lane Mack is out there. How are you doing, Lane? Good to see you. Professor Strangefinger says, hi, James. It's raining buckets here, and I love it. We needed a break. Oh, we can use a little bit of rain here as well to kind of break this heat a little bit. Archie says, interesting box set, amazing films, but this box set seems to be more for newcomers or true collectors. I would have preferred a Kurosawa or Ozu box set, but this is nice. Yeah. And of course, this is the only announcement that we know of for November. I have a feeling we got some more excitement coming for us, perhaps this coming Thursday. So, but this is a nice sneak peek of some excitement coming in the month of November during what we would presume to be a 50% off Barnes & Noble sale, but we shall see. Let's see. Yeah, Lane Max says, hey, looks like a nice, great collection of movies, but I already have almost all of them. I'm in that same boat. Can't believe Criterion is a decade away from being half a century old. Yes, 40 years, 10 years ago to be to the 50, the big 50. Criterion has those timeless classics, and adding this great box set is awesome. Yeah, I think it's awesome too. This is one of those things where, if you're an existing collector like myself, I have 90% of these titles. I have, of the 40 titles, and we'll go through the list. I counted earlier today. Of the 40 titles, I already have 36 of them. There's only 4 of the titles that I don't already have. So for someone like myself, this box set would not make economic sense to get. But if you have fewer titles, and we'll get into that number in just a second, then it might make sense for you if you're willing to pay this price, just on a cost per title standpoint. So we'll get into that break-even point in just a moment. Howdy, says movie critic addict or movie addict. Adrian says hello from across the pond. Adrian, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Professor Strange is saying hello. Hunter, I already own 35 of the 40. Yeah, I have 36 of the 40. So, for you and me, Hunter, probably doesn't make a lot of sense. Great set for a new collector, though. Totally agree. Me too. We are hardcore. Yes. Fred, it doesn't appear to be a general theme, but a random assortment. Yeah. Hey, how are you? Sweet sunroof. Thank you, Laren. I'm doing well. It's hot out here, but I'm doing well. I turned off the air conditioning to help the audio. Hope y'all are able to hear me well. It doesn't appear to be a general theme yet. Let's see. Adrian, people saying hello to one another. Do you know what the price is? Let's get to it. Let's get to that right now. Let's do a share screen. The price is not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that right now. It is a hefty price. Very hefty price. You go to the Criterion site, and let's see here. It says pre-order now. We might not. So this is CC40. This monumental 40-film box set celebrates 40 years of the Criterion collection by gathering an eclectic mix of classic and contemporary films and presenting them with all their special features and essays in a deluxe cloth-bound slipcase edition. That is very important to know. So what you're getting in this set is you're getting all the special features. If you can imagine all of the 40 separate editions and all their supplements, including commentaries, visual essays, documentaries, interviews, all of that content, all of those supplements from those separate editions are going to be in this CC40 set. Very similar to my experience with the Ingrid Bergman cinema set, where I have a few of the separate editions, and all those features are in the Ingrid Bergman box set as well. So that is really nice that all those features from the separate editions are going to be in this set. That definitely adds value to this set if you don't already have those titles. So this is what the set looks like. There is a teaser trailer that is out there that you should check out on the website. But the price, this is coming out November the 19th, 2024. So during what we believe will be a Barnes & Noble sale. And the price is going to be $800 SRP. $800 SRP. Current pre-order price on the Criterion site is $639.96 for the pre-order. You can pre-order it now for $639.96, which basically equates to about $16 per title. Not bad. But if you wait for a flash sale, now the October flash sale is coming, potentially, on the Criterion site. And if they allow pre-orders of items like this that'll come out in November, if they allow that, don't know for sure if they would, but if they did, and you have the opportunity to get it for half of the $800 or $400 on the Criterion site during the flash sale, if that opportunity was available, that might be a good time to get it. Otherwise, waiting for the Barnes & Noble sale will be the way to go. But if you see the films in this set, we have 8.5, you have Tokyo Story, All That Jazz, Bicycle Thieves, Repo Man, which is getting a 4K. This will be a Blu-ray. This is an all Blu-ray set. The only option available is Blu-ray, no 4K, no DVD. So that's important to know. As of now, Naked, Jules and Jim, Being There, Weekend, Yee Yee. That's one of the 4 I don't have. The Night of the Hunter, Pickpocket. That's 2 I don't have. Sweet Smell of Success, On the Waterfront, Do the Right Thing, Ratcatcher, Sunday Bloody Sunday. I don't have that one. That's 3. Mirror, excellent edition. Barry Lyndon, Safe, Seconds, His Girl Friday, Mishima, A Life in Four Chapters, E Tu Mama Tambien, My Own Private Idaho, Love and Basketball, Night of the Living Dead, Ace in the Hole, Three Women, The Red Shoes, Down by Law, La Ciénaga, Wanda, House or Houseu, Sullivan's Travels, The Battle of Algiers, A Woman Under the Influence. I have that as part of the John Cassavetes set. Cleo from 5 to 7, as part of the Varda set. Persona, I have that separately and as part of the Bergman set. In the Mood for Love. So, wait a minute. Is that 3? Maybe it's only 3 I don't have, but it's either 3 or 4 that I don't have. But those are the 40 films. That's the rundown of the titles. You look at the special features, digital restorations of all 40 films. So that indicates that there's no new restoration work going on here. It's the existing restorations from the separate editions being brought into this set. Hundreds of hours of supplemental features. Again, all the features from the previous sets brought into this box set. Alternate soundtracks and dub tracks, audio commentaries, extensive documentaries and making of programs, interviews with casts and crews, outtakes and deleted scenes, trailers and TV spots. Again, all the content from those separate editions being put into this massive box set. So you have a selection of Criterion Closet Picks videos. So that's nice. That's a new thing that's being added here. But of course, those are all available on YouTube anyway, and more. And then plus you get a deluxe packaging with lavishly illustrated 216-page book featuring essays of the films by critics, scholars, and authors. So the cover is by Eric Skillman. So let me play a little bit of this and then I'll stop it. Yeah, so 40 years of the Criterion collection. Now let me just, cut to the chase here of who I think this is for and who I think this is not as much for. I think the bottom line is I think this set is for people who do not have many of these titles. Maybe you're a brand new collector, maybe you don't have any Criterion collection titles and you want to know what's a good way to get a good start in the collection. I would tell you right now, I think this set would be a great entry point into the Criterion collection. It's a nice eclectic mix of titles. If these 40 titles are titles that you will be interested in, if most of them are titles that you will be interested in exploring, I'll tell you right now, getting this set during a 50% off sale would be a slam dunk purchase. If you don't have any of these titles, it's almost a no-brainer. If you don't have any of these titles and you are interested in most of them and you want to start a Criterion collection, this is a one-stop shop to get started in a big way at a very cheap price. In doing so, you would be spending about $10 a title. Really super deal. I can think it would also be for someone that maybe you don't have 0 of these titles, but maybe you just have a few. Maybe you have 5 or maybe 6, 7, maybe up to 10 titles. Even then, getting this set at the 50% price, you're still coming in far below that $20 per title price that you would typically get for a 50% off Blu-ray at Barnes & Noble or Amazon or the Criterion flash sale. So that would still be a pretty good deal. The break-even point essentially is if you have more than half of the films in this set, if you have more than, say, 20 of these films, then it makes less economic sense because at that point, you're spending more than that average $20 50% off price. Anything below half of these films, even at 19, if you already have 19 of these films and you paid for this set, you would be spending about $19.50 per title, technically below the $20. So that's really the break-even point, that 20 film break point. So let me see here. Let me get some last comments, and then I will go and take care of some business here. People saying hello to Holland. You got, ouch. Yeah, pretty big price. Yes, indeed. Hey there, Laren. Let's see here. Another thing I'm afraid of is if these Blu-rays get upgraded to 4K from Criterion, the back catalogs are random. That's another thing to consider. Like, for example, we already know Repo Man's getting a 4K in September. So that's something to think about. I think I'll wait for some of these films to get a 4K. Yep. So, like, if you're someone like myself and you already have 90% of these titles, it makes no economic sense to pay for this set and to double dip on, 35 of these titles. But if you only have a handful or none, that's where it really makes sense to get this for those who want to do that. Thanks for discussing this. If I was just starting out to be good during a sale, I already have most of them. Starting out, going gung ho entry level box set. Yep. Bless you, James. Well, bless you too, and bless all of you for joining me here. Let's see. Kyle says hello. Hello to you as well. So yeah, so there you have it. I mean, I think it's an impressive box set. I think it is epic. I think it's exciting. Again, for those who are new to the collection, thinking about starting a Criterion collection, you have either 0 titles or just a handful of titles, and you're interested in most of these films. This could be a really good way to go at that 50% off price. Another thing to consider is if during the flash sale this is available for pre-order, this could be a good way to earn those points on the Criterion site if they allow it. If they allow you to pre-order this in October, if they have a flash sale, then you would essentially get it at 50% off, and that'd be 400 points towards that $50 gift card that you get when you spend $500 on the Criterion site. So again, that's if they allow pre-orders during the flash sale of titles that are coming out after that time of the 24-hour flash sale. I'm not sure, but you have to double check that. If they do, that could be a good time to get it. Other than that, the 50% off Barnes & Noble sale will be a great time to get it as well. So I'll get a few more of these comments, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. So the master of all movies, Presswood, says, I have 9 movies in Criterions. Oh, in this set? Yeah, it would make economic sense to get this. Even though you'd be double dipping on 9 of the titles, is still a good deal at that 50% off price. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for going live, James. Thank you, Laren. Saying hi. So anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments section below if you're catching this on a replay. What do you think? Do you plan to get this set? What are your plans for this Criterion Closet 40 set from the Criterion Collection coming out in November of 2024 during what we believe will be a Barnes & Noble sale? Really good deal. You can get these 40 titles at basically an effective price of $10 per title at a 50% off price. So it's a consideration for some. For me personally, though, not so much. But let me know in the comments section below, what do you think? And are you excited about these upcoming November announcements? What are you enjoying in terms of Criterion titles that you're watching now? Be on the lookout for my review of Victims of Sin, Criterion Blu-ray, as well as Saint Omer coming this weekend to the channel. And I hope you all have a great night and continue to enjoy those Olympic Games and everything going on in the world of movies and entertainment. Have a blessed night, everybody. Peace.